run his way to get some cooter. Taking trades while you're getting A's. You on stream looking like you flunked 4th grade. Your other trader's strategy is sniffing paint. Man, your trades whack and they stink. Turn on your stream and got a whiff of taint. Edge pressure, I wait for the trades to come to me. Or more like edge pressure. I go hard at half gap, I go harder at LP. Might bet the house if price is DD. You other traders PP. I would spark a blunt, but I got high BP. Watch this, I call this the Arby's trade. Might fuck around and make 10K. What's that? Oh, pickle and I die.
All right, what's up, guys? I'm gonna slam my lunch down really quick. Welcome back. Flat day, market's chilling, nothing happening, no trade since earlier today, just waiting, see if anything good's gonna happen. Well, I want to get some of those bull zone dips, bear zone top dips, see if I get anything good by the end of the day. Other than that, welcome to the stream. This is the one stream that doesn't be like sniffing paint or doesn't smell like taint, according to the song lyrics. Every other stream makes you dumb, apparently. The song, that's funny. All right, we're back. Hold on 1 second. I go hard at LP. You other traders PP. I was looking over those lyrics, man. They're so funny. I would spark a blunt, but I got high BP. Like, the nod to my blood pressure is hilarious. Y'all are so funny. Okay, welcome to the stream, guys. I'm getting situated here. I don't get any breaks when I stream, so I don't like chow my lunch down in like the minutes between shows. But iDoc will get mad at me if I don't eat my lunch. It's like, you need to eat because you'll go like 8 hours without eating. Hit the like button, guys. We'll do some giveaways today. I don't know what we'll give away, but we'll give away something. We always do. I'm giving away some FundedNext accounts. And FundedNext, we got their rule change, right? Me and a couple people worked really hard at this. I like to say I worked like I worked my ass off for this. To get that rule change for you guys. Brian and a couple other people were warriors for you guys too. I don't take full credit. Brian and I kind of tag teamed this, where there was a whole bunch of people in the community having problems, and it's good to see other folks out there like taking the time to really care. I know there's a lot of 1 second. There's a lot of traders out there kind of in this for, I want to hear the 80s song again. You know, like they just want to sell you something hands off, right? Well, the influencers like that. They're really taking upon themselves. You know, FundedNext to that crazy administrative shit where everything was delayed and whatever. And you know how many like late night meetings with them, meeting at midnight with their entire executive team, dev team. You guys all send me your emails. Like somebody, I got people to post my email on social media. I was getting 100+ emails. And each email was like paragraphs of this is my case, this is what happened. I like painstakingly read each one of them start to finish. I went through each email, read it, sent it over to the team. I had a contact that went straight to the top, to their operations manager, the head person of the company, the operations side of the company. We went straight to them, and so each one of you, I read details and wrote up a little write-up and sent it over to them. We got everybody situated. So I didn't get green juice today. She forgot to make it. ETF is a really nice pass one get one off sale. Yeah, they do. But give you guys a little hint. I've heard through a little birdie that we're going to be getting an exclusive thank you from My Funded Futures today for our community only. So whatever it will be, deal, discount something, stay tuned to my socials. I'll be posting it out. So whatever huge my funded discount or whatever it's going to be, I'll let you guys know. Should be hopefully today. I'm waiting every minute. What was the rule change, right? So we got a bunch of rule changes coming through, but the first major one had to do with the micro-scalping policy. What used to be is that if 40% of your trades were under 40 seconds, 40% of your trades were under 20 seconds or 5 ticks, you were flagged for micro-scalping. That's it. And what I did was I argued with them and said, well, that's what you're gonna have a couple of problems. Number one is, what happens if somebody longs and the market stops them out and they get out of the way? It flags as micro-scalping, even though you got in and got out of the loss. I immediately said that was unfair because it doesn't add to the company risk to not count that as micro-scalping. You shouldn't deny people for using good risk management. When you get out of a trade at a loss, that's different than trying to make profit. The only reason they have micro-scalping rules to begin with is because it's very easy to write an algorithm to do data feed arbitrage between the paper feed and the real feed and scalp your way to millions of dollars in these prop firms by exploiting the small delays between the prop feed and the real feed. They're trying to prevent you from cheating the system, which makes a whole lot of sense, right? Makes a whole lot of sense. But the thing is that you getting in and getting out of loss isn't cheating the system, right? Still not where I want to be on NASDAQ though, but I'm waiting for this. So I fought with them over this and I said, you know, this is not what you're trying to accomplish. The micro-scalping rule should not punish people when the losses count. It should be wins only. And they changed it, and that's exactly what we told them. And that's exactly one of the talking points that I had when I went to meet with them. Now it's no more than 40% of your profits within 10 seconds. Losses don't count. And also, if micro-scalping is even detected, you're given a warning to let you know that it's happening before your account is violated. So these are the things that we were like, you got to put this in place. Futures is so different than the Forex world. They just got to understand what futures people expect. And so I went at it hard. Brian went at it hard. And we actually were tag teaming it. We were like, look, let's split it up. Let's reach out. Anything you can help. Like we've been talking to each other the whole time. Brian was fighting for you guys. I was fighting for you guys. Trying to get, and the other thing was people getting delays in their accounts once they got funded. It's forever to get their KYC in their accounts. This administrative stuff, and we're still working with them to make sure that they get that changed too. And again, the whole reasoning for that is, you know, being somebody, I don't have to go out there and do this, right? They don't pay me to do this. It's not my job to do this. I actually hate that it's my job to do this. It's kind of annoying as shit to me to go out there and clean up after a prop firm because it doesn't benefit me at all. But it's you guys. Like, I don't want to see you guys at some place where y'all are doing something. I'm not in this boat like, well, you guys bought it, read the rules. It's your problem, not mine. It's not how I am as a person, you know, and I don't feel responsible either. It's not the prop firm is between you guys. Y'all know y'all use your own risk judgment to choose a prop firm. But for me, it's the idea that I have the, why is my sound not playing? I feel like I have moral responsibility as somebody that's been bestowed by the trading gods of the universe, whatever. Here, Matt, we're going to make you famous in the space. And then I'm going to say, well, what am I going to do with that? People listen to me now. It's different than what it used to be. I'm going to use that to do good things for people. Like, it's not, oh, thank God, you know, my business now has an extra 0 per month. Okay, well, what does that even mean to me? Nothing. I don't even care about that. It's that if you're popular, other people are using their popularity to indulge themselves with all kinds of material things and then throw it in your face on how rich they are. This is sick to me. It's disgusting. For me, it's like, Matt, people are finally listening to you. What are you going to do? Cash in on it? Well, I mean, yeah, but not just that. I mean, the idea is that what I really want to do for it is that I want to make sure that I can at least do something where other people's lives are better. And that credo has just been how I've always been. My boot camp's always been $20 for that same reason. Because, you know, fuck you to people that charge you $2,000 for a trading class, you know? And that's crazy. And so, oops. And so For what it's worth, I've always wanted to make sure that we did something that was substantial and different. When it comes to prop firms, I want to make sure that, you know, I have the ability to tell people, you know, this is what I really say. I'm like, look, we're big. We're one of the biggest ones out there now. And I've got tens of thousands of people that listen to me. If you got a week to fix it, or I'm never going to mention your name again. And then they fucking listen. This is how I am now. Like, stop being unfair to people. It's not like, let's make more money together. I've never been that way. I'm telling have these prop firms to fuck off. Like how much money can we give you to trade? I'm like, you sound shady as shit. 0. Get the fuck out of my inbox. That's how I am. Like, so, yeah. But anyways, I'm gonna give a lot of credit to a lot of people out there that we're putting like being very, very open. And that's what I want to see this community like change to be, that where the community leaders are looking out for the community itself. It's too much of a community is out to make a buck, or community leaders are out to make a buck off the community. And while we are running businesses, we can't avoid the fact that we are making a buck. But the idea is that that's not the only reason we've been given the ability to have an audience. You have a responsibility, I feel, if people are listening to you and you have that ability to motivate others with the size of your influence, you should motivate for good, not motivate for self-interest. And I think in the prop space, where there's a lot of shadiness and a lot of problems, that a lot of people aren't investing the time because they're just lazy to go out there and use their power for good. Like, you know, biggest influencers out there could say, yeah, you know, I think your payout policy is you're lying to people, and you have a minute to change it or I'm out. And people aren't doing that because they don't want to lose their fat paychecks. That's really what it is. There's people out there getting paid ridiculous amounts of money to turn their head and not say anything. I think that's stupid. I'm going to push back. And if people are like, well, we're going to cut you off, I'm like, I don't fucking care. Like, I'm not here for that. So that's how I feel like, you know. So not my goal in life to be, I'm not going to die on a hill for anybody. No. Like, I'm not out there fighting for FundedNext like I'm dying on a hill for them. Like, no, guys, they're the best ever. I'm like, no, they fucked up. They got a couple weeks to fix it. Now I'm a developer, so I understand it takes some time to fix stuff. You can't just get the change overnight. I'm going to see proactive work. And if I see proactive work, then I say, okay, there's a firm that listens, and now we're going to be fair, right? And that's good. And they fixed it, which is great. This is just rule change number 1. We got a few more coming. So welcome back. What's up, guys? So what I'm trying to say is, with great power comes great responsibility. Where have I heard that before? Right? You understand, right? We all live by the ideals of Spider-Man. This is very true. You can't find where it says you can micro-scalp on evals. The new rule change doesn't say that. The rule change also will flag you on evals as well. The problem that they had over there, and I'm gonna tell you straight up, is that the risk team and the tech team and the operations team were all on different pages. Half of them didn't even know the rule. When I brought it up in the meeting, they had to call the risk team to get an answer. The operations team and the tech team both were saying different things. And I was like, yeah, guys, this is a problem. Which one is it? And they called the risk team. The risk team was like, oh, well, this is what it is. And then they all were like, oh, okay. Well, that's different than what we thought. Okay, well, so again, business miscommunication, it happens. It's not deliberate. It happens. I run a tech company. Trust me, I know. My open candles today are referencing the wrong fucking minute, which happens. It's like, okay, let's fix that. It just happens, you know, in project-oriented world, things get overlooked, and it's a mistake. It's not deliberate. And so the website said something different than the ops team thought, which is totally fine. Just fix it. Everyone get on the same page. If we didn't have that push, people wouldn't be on the same page. And then they got on the same page and they go, yeah, we don't like this rule. Let's make it better. And then they made it better for everybody, which I'm happy about. But it's accidental, right? Little things happen like that. Should I buy the stip though? Get a little bit of volatility here. Let's double check fix where we are. All right, who's excited for boot camp today? Y'all ready for that? With great power comes great responsibility. And I wouldn't feel happy, like sitting back, enjoying the fruits of being an affiliate partner, right? Making money and watching other people deal with issues. I would never be able to sleep right at night if I didn't go down and fight for you guys to get whatever taken care of. It would be unfair. It would be unfair for me to just make my paycheck and turn away and not even care. Like, I'm not in this for that. That's for damn sure. So anybody that had issues with any prop firm, you guys come to me. Like I said, I'm savage about it now. My new demands when prop firms are asking to talk to me are, you know, I want priority customer service for my folks. Anybody that uses my code does not go through your customer service. They go straight to the top if they have an issue. I want a direct phone line to somebody that has power at your company. This is what I say now. I'm not bargaining for bigger salaries. Oh, no. That's where we are. Is MHP still valid? About Futures Funded Family. I've never used them before. I've never heard anything bad about Funded Family as a prop firm. The only thing I ever knew about them was they were, you know, in the news for a little bit with the Danny stuff. But I've never heard any bad things about the prop in general. Are all emailed issues now fixed? No, not all of them. If you emailed me over the weekend, they're fixing it now. So there was a group of people that got stuck in a rut that were never going to get their accounts. It just was something happened in the back end where you passed, but the system didn't have the ability to give you the account. I was one of those people, by the way. I sat there waiting for my funded account. I finally got everything today. So I was in the same boat as you guys, trust me. If you emailed me over the weekend, like after Friday, they got it and they're working on it now. So I got an update yesterday that they got through. Like, again, that was yesterday, which is a day behind when I got the message from them. But they were already through like 25 of the 100 emails, like each case, and hooking people up manually. So they should be done by today, I think. Yeah. Yeah. You got your funded accounts today? You guys are good? Oh, you guys are okay, good. So as long if you still have a problem, you know, send it to me, matt@rocketsecurity.com. I'll take care of you guys. Yeah, John. Do I want to buy Bullzone every single time? Man, I've been thinking about it. I could. I very much could. What the heck? I can freaking get prepped here in case I do want to grab this. Res is still negative. It's kind of like, I mean, I could EST this. It's bouncing at the same spot. What if I just hold off on this and instead just wait to give Bear Zone? I know I should EST this, right, as it's showing. Well, what if I get Bear Zone top? That'd be even better. I have a couple of Tradeify accounts I haven't touched yet. I'll grab one contract long in this one account. Okay, I'll grab it one in one account. There. Let me grab it. How much is this account made? Oh, okay, that one. Okay, this is the one that's made 300 bucks. Okay. Okay, let me grab it in 4 accounts with one contract. Just one. Same trade as this morning. I'm checking with some of these zeros. I'll double down the Bear Zone top. Oh, that's 60 points though, huh? My entry could be so much better. I'm still like learning how to play with these moving targets here. Yeah, this is definitely A plus right here. I should have grabbed it right here at 90 though. Yeah, it is what it is. If I go upside down, 60 points. By the best thing I knew. Do I feel it today? I don't know. I really don't feel it. I ain't gonna lie. I don't really feel this market. But I'm not gonna fight against it either. I'm cool with one contract. We've been selling off for the last 2 hours. I'm cool with it. I waited for some kind of entry. So guys, boot camp starts today for the most exciting thing that we do here at this community. Boot camp will start right at market close. Here's the link for it if you guys want to sign up for house. The weekend was pretty good. I mean, I spent most of it dealing with FundedNext customer issues. But it was good, man. Hung out, chilled a little bit, played some Call of Duty. Hung out with family. Bulls on bottom is moving all over the place. Yeah, that's kind of, well, it moves, right? Because of the what's it called? The conversion. ES pivots right here. Monthly hedge, right? This is what I was looking for. We want to see monthly hedge hold. Monthly hedge resiliences are good, so I want to see this 6410. This is the new monthly hedge number. Third time today, you're taking MHP on S&P. It's been, dude, it's been like such a beautiful play here. We're finding like lower lows though, which I don't like. I'm like, man, we get some like red flush candle out of here. Kind of scary. We shall see. What do y'all think? NQ? 644 is that overnight dynamic level on NQ. Is it whoosh fan time? You can draw that whoosh fan right here. %of days should maintain bull side hold. It's, again, this is the 90%er. This is my favorite. Under ideal conditions, DD ratio is great. 90% of days should hold bull zone bottom. It should. And even if it dips, I'm willing to double down right here. So my favorite position is to long here, to add there, to close out there, or hold a runner. Close out most, hold the runner there. To keep my cost basis down here on the trade. There to there is ideal. Time to whip it out. A little pre-CPI selling after all the squeezes we had today. After days that are like higher, 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 and then it's like lower, lower. It's like where does it end up, right? Honestly, it's just like scalping back to this trajectory is what I'm happy to see. Like if by the end of the day I can get to 760, I'd be all right. But we'll see. VIX is low, VVIX is low. Should be okay. But if I get some red candles out of here and squeeze That'll happen. Oh well. All right, I'll be right back in like 2 minutes. I gotta run downstairs really quick. If you miss out on the boot camp, hold on. No, Lord Delta, you don't need the software. The boot camp does teach you what I'm doing in the software, but you don't actually need it. You can just watch the stream, and it makes more sense like what I'm doing in the stream. It's gonna rip when I leave. Good. I'm gonna leave, and hopefully the market rips for you guys. Or maybe I should leave in a little bit. Let's wait. Plus one. Yeah, the bootcamp link will be in the Discord. Yeah. Losing money? What's going on? Am I losing money? Am I doing all right? All right, how's it going? Hold that bull zone bottom. Come on. We're doing all right, huh? I don't like the way this is looking, to be honest. I mean, market looks all right, but why are we not bouncing? That's what I want to know. Not my favorite thing. Not my least favorite thing either. Like mixed opinions about this. What's the S&P look like? MHP break, kind of blah. Don't like seeing that. That rejection there also was kind of meh. A big old selling pressure at the end of the day. Could be pretty gross. All right, about 2 hours left on the market. Do we crash before CPI, or do we just hold the fan? Hold the fort, hold the fan? What do we think? A little nose-diving resilience here, not the best. People gonna tank this shit in the CPI. So 7:30 tomorrow, or 8:30 Eastern CPI. Oh, this also kind of like double topped also on the whole NASDAQ future side for the last week's high. I mean, I still got my puts, but I don't think they're gonna make any money. Let's be real there. Need a Trump tweet. I know, right? What else can Trump talk about now, though, to keep the market moving? Hello, somebody says, hello, traders. Having a hard time with the prop firms. Can you share how long it took you to get your payout? Somebody's asking if you guys can answer that person's question. Brittany says, if you or anyone knowledgeable wants to see when the shorts are happening, why not take shorts and the longs? Jimmy, newbie question. Nothing wrong with that. The reasoning for not taking both sides is I don't believe it's easy to see the shorts happening. Now, if we break a key level, I will chase a short. Like MHP breaks, I'll usually take a short on. In general, why do I pick the probable side is I usually only side with whatever the greater market is, and I try to stay the course. That way I can have maneuverability. Instead of trying to short it to a level I want to long it, instead I'm building a long inside of this area. If I build longs and we lose this and it fails, certainly I can go to the short side to take the trade. But I don't like to normally short to long again to short to long in, because I feel like the efficiency goes down. If I'm bullish, I'm trying to frame a long trade in a certain area. Rather than trying to guess where the market pivots exactly. Remember, when you're going long and going short back and forth, what you're really saying is I can predict exactly when it's going to pivot, because I'm going to get in, get out, get in, get out. And you're basically making a testament that you have that superior accuracy. Whereas for me, it's like, okay, I'm going to long like somewhere in here. I don't know which one, but I'm going to like start building here and start building there. I'm not going to be able to build a long if I'm still like, let me keep holding my short for a runner. Maybe that makes sense. Right? When you're scalping both sides, you're like exactly here, exactly here, exactly here, exactly there. You have to be extremely accurate. And I don't think it's possible to be that accurate when trading. So what I found is that if I'm long, I'm kind of looking at an area where I want to be long from. And so in general, I'm like, I got my strong long pivots here, here, and here, that in case it dips, let me go ahead and scoot up and get that long somewhere, scoop it up somewhere inside of here and build that position. Rather than if it looks like it's going to sell off, let me chase the short. Because usually when it looks like it's going to sell off, it's the middle or the end of the move anyways. And so while you might be able to get some trade out of jumping in on something, instead of me jumping in here and deciding where I want to get out on, I feel like I shouldn't be in the market that much. I'm trying to get my trade and get out of the way. And the last thing I'm going to do is be in the market all day, because anytime you're in a trade, you run the risk of news coming out and kicking you the other way. So another thing I've learned is that shorts are short-lived, and usually I'm just not trying to do that. Now in a bear market, when I do short a high and it falls to support, I will usually get out of the short and then flip along in a bear market. Yeah, but in a bull market, I'm not taking short scalps along the way. Almost never. I've learned that I do much better when I don't do that. All right. Great question. That's not a newbie question at all. That is a great question. There's no wrong answer or right answer to that. Every approach is a good approach. Every approach is definitely a good approach. The new TPT promo, which one? I haven't heard of a new promo yet. My guy didn't fill me in. The 40% off, 100% initial test refunds in your first withdrawal, that one? That's still the same promo, they just extended it to the 17th. It's a really good promo, dude. It's really, really good. Dude, I love seeing the actual conversions. You can see how much they dance around, right? Very important to see that the conversions are, you know, with NASDAQ scaling, it's like it's moving up and down 2 or 3 points. Wait, I thought I grabbed NASDAQ here. Why did I grab ES? What's wrong with me? Oh, well, whatever. Y'all didn't tell me I was on the wrong. What the hell is the ES doing? I kind of want to be a NASDAQ, to be honest. Why was I switch to ES there? I don't even remember. I want a NASDAQ on this one. Watch it be like the worst decision of the day. Come on. Oh, thank you, name is Freddy. Appreciate it, man. Do you think I can improve your student verification? I'm sorry to keep bugging you. I was hoping to get in for the boot camp start. I'll make sure that I get you done before boot camp. I swear I thought I was in here. Yeah, see how the conversion is sort of like in futures. It's like that pivot's dancing around. That's so cool to see it in real time. What's up, Green? What's up, man? Bootcamp is right at market close. Yeah. It's cool seeing that support there, right? Market trying to sell off here today. Can we hang in there and squeeze out some puts, please? Or squeeze out some calls, please? I'm saying just... I definitely wanted... All right, it's time. It's time. Time for some good luck. Everybody cross your fingers. This is the good luck moment. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Kind of a tougher day, man, for a lot of people. I think bull zone bottom is great. I'm not afraid of this at all. I don't like that it's not bouncing sharp though, but I'd like to see it kind of get some movement here. You can start a plan. There is no momentum since that midday rally and selling, so. I think how this one is like, if I can get 60 points on this, I'd be so thrilled to get like that. Honestly, the fact that it's not bouncing has me kind of like not liking this so much. Do I think I'll take out London lows if we're heading up? I don't. It's very possible, but we already took out London lows on the S&P. Nasdaq still has 666 level. Oh yeah, that's like down in here. I mean, there is support right here, so if it hits it, I'm totally happy to see it hit. Close out that S&P contract. How's that doing? Maybe I just want to hold on to the one Nasdaq instead. I've got two on this one. Let me close out the S&P. I just want the Nasdaq. I didn't want S&P trade anyways. Rise again. Oh yeah, no, I am waiting for 660. I'm trading both of them. You guys, y'all learned this in the boot camp. This is the way I gotta tell you guys. One contract here, two more here for 3 total. I'll trade both places. I'm trading both. That's why I close out the S&P. I don't want 2 here. I want 3 from here. 1 here if it goes, 2 more if it dips. A leaf blower upgrade. Yeah. I got like a huge flush candle, I feel. Whoosh fire. Whoosh fire. Getting a little tough here. Come on, baby. Hang in there. That's a great song. What are we thinking, guys? Think we're hanging in there? What's the plan? What's the plan, market? One more. This is one of y'all's favorite songs. Matt, you always start with 3 contracts? No, I don't. Oh, no. No, not on NASDAQ. 3 is like maximum, if ever. 3 is like liquidity pocket, DD greater than half, sort of. That's the final hit, and non-volatile. I think you guys are right. I'm totally okay to dip down to there. I'll be fine. Market, please don't die today. Why was there no profit and loss recorded for the S&P short you took? The hell are you talking about? I didn't take any S&P short. What do you mean? You're on the S&P trade I had? It doesn't display your total profit on the DOM. It doesn't show it here at all. This is just a picture. This is not the actual active. This is just every once in a while I'll update when I'm done with my trades. If you're talking about this is just a photograph of what I've made so far. Yeah, this doesn't update, my bad. I think that's what you're saying. Yeah, my bad, dude. No, it's totally fine. No, all my DOMs are on another screen every once in a while, like in the middle of the sesh and throughout the days as I'm getting in and out of trades. I'll take updated pictures of it, but I don't have them all over to the side. This is just yeah, that's just static. Totally right. Thanks for saying something about it. I forget that people aren't it's not obvious to understand that, because I'm trading 7 FundedNext accounts, 1 my Funded Futures Live account, 5 traded 5 straight to funded accounts. And usually when I'm finished with my trades, or I finally close everything out at the end of that series, and I do the picture here. I probably could eventually at some point, I'm redesigning the stream, have a place where you can see all this in real time. But these are actually 3 different traded. See how it looks crazy? Oh, fuck yeah. I'll take it. Well, whatever. I don't know what's going on there, but wait, what happened to the calculation? Look at this. Dude, something just happened with the S&P. Oh, I love how this does this, guys. Hold on. The conversion is what it is. I got to make sure that this is right, though. Now we're inside the liquidity pocket? That's a little strange. Oh, maybe I'm gonna need to double check that this is, maybe that's how much it dances around on, especially in periods of volatility. That's what it is. The volatility made it move like that. The fuck? All right. But yeah, so when I'm done with the series of trades, I'll close out and usually just take an updated screenshot every once in a while. But this is 5 different, this is 3 different trade evade instances. Like this is one, this is another, this is another. And I just stack them on top of each other and take a photo. They're all spread out in different places. Like when I'm actually trading, they're not like that. They're actually spread out so I can actually use them. So I can't just like take a screenshot of all of them in a straight line. I'm sorry, I have to take a screenshot of all of them in a straight line because I have to move them together to take the shot. As I normally are using the platforms themselves, they're kind of like spread out on the screen like this. And so like these accounts are here, these accounts are here, and these accounts are here. And since I'm actively trading them, there's a DOM there and a DOM there and a DOM there sort of thing. Or at least in the two, in the My Fund and the FundedNext. There's no way I can even like zoom in real time to take a picture of this to have it appear in a vertical column like that. So the challenge is I'd like to show it in real time. It's just hard to figure out how to squeeze it all into here. But we're redesigning the stream, and one of the goals is to be able to do that. Trust me, it's a pain in the ass to have to take a photo every once in a while. Let me see what's going on with the news on this particular thing. If there was some kind of announcement or something. That was an interesting candle. And now that we're not rallying on it. China trade, no, that's not it. Extends China tariff deadline by for 90 days. Okay. The market doesn't seem to really care too much about that. I was kind of excited to see a rally from this thing. Cool candle. Trump come at the right time to save the market, hopefully. But if I get a big red fuck you candle after this, I'm going to be sad. But at least if I'm wrong, at least I'm wrong from the right place, right? So we'll see. That candle was lovely. I like when the volatility happened. You can see how the bull zone, I've never seen this in real time because this is the first time we've had these indicators updating in real time now. Did you guys see that when it popped up, the liquidity pocket moved because of the conversion? Futures got way ahead of QQQ, like didn't pop as much as futures did, so it stretched. Oh God, here it is. How excited I was to see that. Pretty cool though to see that. And market don't care. Goal, we get tariff press release with Trump, yeah. It would have been so nice to see something better on that. I don't like how we're fading this candle out. You see how it's jumping all over the place in periods of quick volatility? It's like 10 points of difference. It's neat to see that because we've always wondered what the effect was on this. So the static level of 574 being converted in real time to futures is what you're watching dance around. This song makes the market sad. Yeah, but it takes us back to our college years, so it makes us makes me happy. Maybe I should be right. Should I play a song about being right? Why didn't we get the big rally candle out of that? I like this part of the song too. It's so hard to imagine that this is a rocket scooter themed trading song, right? Sounds like I'm at a 3 Days Grace concert. I'm listening to Evans Blue and Red. This takes me back to like 2005. If you should chase, maybe I'm wrong. All right, Britt, we'll see you later. Y'all have a good afternoon. Have fun with the kiddos. Why is there like printing double labels on here? All right, we need the original. Hold on, wait. No. I love that song, dude. I want a whole album of that. I literally would listen to an entire album of AI Evans Blue and just jam. Even the song lyrics, and the fact that it's not even... The fact that you can just like, if you listen to the lyrics, it's a rocket scooter themed trading song. But the lyrics are applicable to life. Like, maybe I'm wrong, but it's always from the right place. It just sounds like a... it's so poetic for AI. It's meaningful to like a degree of someone who messes up all the time, but their heart's in the right place. It's like an apology song to your significant other. This is the song right here. It's interesting to see the bull zone dance around due to the conversion. How much futures detaches from the underlying, which is kind of what it's doing. Do you see that, right? How the bull zone is like popping all over the place. That shows that in periods of volatility like this, the convert, like, you're basically, the futures are moving faster than the index, which is causing this to move up and down a lot. Interesting. Am I getting my funded discount today? Like I said, they keep telling me it's coming. I don't know when. They said tomorrow, but he messaged me today that we'll get it out today. So hopefully by the end of the day. I have a phone call with one of the high ups at MFFU today anyways after market. So worst case scenario, they turn it on by tonight. Yes, take. So yeah, like when I give you guys the discount for my funded, y'all wait for that because it's gonna come tonight. I don't know what it's gonna be, but hopefully it's good. Hopefully they don't disappoint. I hope it's 25% or buy one get one. One of the two would be great. And this market just... Why is it doing this? Move! Just get off of this bottom. Like, you don't want to sit there on the low all day. Come on. It's starting to piss me off. I mean, we got the whoosh fan. I mean, we draw the magnet. I mean, we need to do draw all the things. We need all the emojis on the chart. I mean, you're supposed to be rallying by the time of the guitar solo. That makes the best short videos. Because you got to get me headbanging in there. And the timing is all off market. All right, we'll draw the freaking magnet. Whatever. Making me do all this work. I feel like I'll be drawing like frowny face emojis though. Like what is this? Like why? What's the point of that 74 level? Like can we just like hang in there, baby? Can we stop chopping there? Can we finally move? You know the drill. We're also losing the MHP overnight on S&P, which is kind of like the scary part. That's where that resistance is coming from. I didn't even think about it, but... And I swear, when I switch back and forth to S&P futures to the NASDAQ, it's like... I keep having to refresh for my NASDAQ stuff to show up. Maybe I should just clear my cache for like... here tonight and work on that. All right, hang on. And it's not really a magnet there, in all honesty. Because that's just the joke. That's not where the price is likely to go. I'm looking for just a retrace to hold open and close, at least flat for the day. And if I dip, I can double into there. But man, I don't like that it's shopping. MHP resilience is positive, but we are losing MHP. What was support is now resistance on the S&P right here at 700. that is providing the resistance here. Gives me a little bit of time to talk about boot camp. Starting today, market close, we go through our 20-day Profitability Mindset Masterclass, which is our teach you everything I know within 20 days. We teach you how to think of trading profitably. Trading profitability like a business you would think of profitability. Every decision you make has risk and reward that comes with it. We teach you high volume pivots, trend identification like we're doing right now. Here's a high volume pivot that I'm longing from. Position management, risk management. It's all part of it. Hello. Howdy. But people call us the best risk management class in the business. Learn how to bet like a pro. It's a betting master class. It's a class on betting. You become a master better when you're done with this.
Why did you slow down? You looked at me.
Guys, if you wanna be a master at betting, nobody master bets better than anybody at Rocket Scooter. You know what I'm saying? You'll be a master at waiting when it comes to waiting for trades. You'll be a master waiter.
Are you done?
I think I got a few more.
You're good. Okay, go.
You'll be a master trader, like. Oh, that's so funny. What's up, man? How was Solidcore, me?
It was tough. It was hard. I'm gonna hurt later. You're right. It is like the hardest Pilates class I've ever had.
It's good, man. Solidcore's great.
Yeah.
Trump delaying Chinese tariffs, extending the deadline by 90 days.
Smoking life.
Yeah.
Smoking.
Yeah, but anyways, but jokes aside, the bootcamp is going to be a very substantial thing. I'll give you guys a little quickie on what we're going to be doing today. The quickie, didn't you catch that? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm out. That was the last one, I promise.
I'm gonna go interview now. Bye.
All right, that was the last one. All right, good luck. That was the last one. That one was subtle. I didn't think you guys caught it, but all right. So jokes aside, I know we goof off on the stream, but we're very serious. One of the most serious and detailed educational programs that you'll see, and it's only $20. There's no catch. Somebody's like, what's the catch? Like, where's the rug pull? There's no rug pull. That's literally it. The entire series is $20. There's never a dollar more. It's $20 a month. You can pay $20 to go through it multiple times, to stay in multiple months. But that's basically it. And what we teach you is probabilistic edge and how to trade using probabilities. We give you position sizing calculator tools. We give you case studies on how to survive in the market, and obviously probabilities of some of the setups, the percentages that the back test actually reveals, why these high volume pivots are the way they are that we train you on Rocket Scooter, what I do inside of the platform. We teach you confluence strategies on how I watch all the stocks in one single bite. That way I can determine if the index is tracking the stocks, if the index is leading or lagging behind that. This teaches you to look at the market 3 months in advance. You can basically, if you don't use our platform, you can follow along on the stream to see what it is that we actually do. And then you'll just learn a little bit more about why I'm doing what I'm doing by what you learn in the bootcamp. Helps you follow the stream a little bit better. The best entry rules, the best setups, why these pivots are the way they are, and how big I bet on them. Sometimes I'll trade small, sometimes I'll trade big based on the confluence. Committed traders, how to see positional landscape, how to see if the market is bullish or bearish. We teach you 3 simple indicators that I use on the stream to determine if it's a bull or bear market. Other than that, again, it keeps going and going and going. How to adjust for volatility, how to set exit targets, how to make a risk and reward plan, everything. Trades I take every single time, like the song says. This is one of them. Pre-market stuff, how I read the news, how to adjust my positional cost basis based on volatility. I mean, it's everything. And this entire bootcamp series is only $20. It's always been $20. It will always be $20. And you learn everything for $20. So you don't have to pay a dime more. That's it. And it starts today. 500 to 1,000 people attend this boot camp. It's every day for 20 days. It's designed to reshape how you think about the market. It is not a chart reading class. It is not an indicator class. It is not an ICT class. It's not anything. You will not learn reading charts. We don't talk about higher time frames, lower time frames. We don't even talk about time frames. We don't talk about candles, candle patterns, chart patterns, indicator patterns, nothing. Zero of that, literally zero. There is not a single freaking chart pattern in that entire class. Zero. Most trading education programs are going to teach you chart reading. It's basic crap that's only 10% of your entire day. You know, 90% of your trading is figuring out how much to bet and where to bet and why, and where to set a stop and where to add in and stuff. Most people that sell trading classes and stuff sell you chart reading nonsense. Here's how you read a chart. It's like staring at a horoscope. I mean, it's a bunch of hooey. Honestly, I don't think a lot of people have set out and taught you how to become professionals at betting. This is really betting strategies. And that's what makes it different. And that's why the reviews are like through the roof. Again, why am I only trading one contract here? Right? Here's a lesson. Why am I only trading one contract here? Do I believe the market's going to support here? Yeah, I do. I do believe the market's going to support here. But what if I'm wrong? What if it falls to there? Well, this is also a high volume pivot. Also, this is a high volume pivot. I got 2 A+ high volume pivots nearby. All of these are great pivots because they're this far apart and this is roughly 30 points lower. I can just get one. If I hold lower for the 30 points of that's only a $600 loss on one contract. I can absolutely afford a $600 loss to dive in right here with 2 more contracts to get 3, to get my cost basis right at 665. And all I need to do is make my way back through this range and I've made profit and close out there. From here to here, the overall trade becomes a 2-to-1 trade once I average in, which is fine, right? All of these decisions are part of what I teach in the boot camp, how to manage a position, right? And that's really kind of the secret to trading is position management. And like right now, it looks like this is probably going to happen. Maybe you guys get to watch me do it live on stream. But man, every bounce that we've had is being sold, which I don't like seeing. So let me double check the VIX. Is VIX going up on this little mini bout of volatility we've had? Tiny little bit. And VVIX is also going up, which means the market's about to pick up some speed to the downside. I'm probably in the wrong side of the trade. So what do I want to do? Do I want to jump in and chase this short, or do I want to continue to stay on the same path I was on to still play at that same level and wait? Again, part of the plan, upside down the correct amount, should be good. Everything we do is from the basics. Like we literally start you over from scratch. If you've opened a trading platform, you have enough experience to go through the boot camp. That's it. Again, good. Here we go. I am right where I want to be. Perfect. Okay, and now I'm at my, again, right there at the target I want to be at. There's the 800. Let me add one more. And like I said, I can always close out if I'm wrong. A little bit more red here. Not sure what's causing that to happen. Well, let's dive into that position a little bit more. Okay, let me get some more count stuff going here. Let me go to, wait. All right, grabbing a couple more. Oh, there's the 3 contracts. Now I've let my cost basis back up to neutral right on that bounce. Well. And now I'm green. I love when I tell you what I'm going to do and then I do it and then we're good. Now I can just say, well, I got a little bit of run on this. Let's see if I bounce right back up to here. Will this trade go green today? I literally walked you guys through every step of that decision making. And now I've added to the position here, and whether I'm right or wrong, we'll see, right? Pretty neat, right? We'll see. And that's all part. Now my cost basis is down $100 again. I was down $300 here. Now I'm down $100 here. And now I'm green. So You know, like, and all I got to do here, like I dove in with 3. Watch this. All I got to do with these 3 is trim back down to 2. And now I've got a cost basis of 2 at 657. Easy as that. Now I had a trade of 1 right there. And now I have a trade of 2 right there. Nobody master bets better than I do. So I doubled my cost. I've doubled my position size and lowered my cost basis. And now I'm at the same spot. Now I walked you guys through exactly this thing before I did it, right? And the boot camp is going to train you on how this happens, like why I do the math, the position sizing I do. And that's all part of it. Now I can just hold on to 2 and then see if I make money off of it. And now I'll hold on to that. Right? And that's really the art form of all of this. And that's basically it. Boot camp only $20. Boot camp only $20. Gotta stay humble. No, I've already paid the universe my humility tax. I've been humble for a very long time and I'm still always humble, but I'm good. I don't gloat on things I didn't earn. I don't gloat on material possessions. I gloat on the skills God has given me to celebrate them. That's wrong song, hold on. Which I think is okay. Last thing I ever do is rub gains in people's faces like I'm better than them. That's where it's wrong. That's where the universe likes to take from you. All right, we got some more songs to go look through. You know what I mean? We try to make other people, if you're given a gift and you rub in other people's faces to make them feel bad like you're better than them. The real Matt, hold on. Let's hear it. I queued the wrong song, not the PNL song, not yet. We'll whip it out in a little bit, guys. Get back above Bull Zone, we should be good. I feel like each time you do this image, I get like slightly older and slightly chubbier and my hair gets slightly grayer. This is sound engineer Matt this time. He actually literally does look like the sound engineer at a metal concert. This guy looks like he works for Metallica, seriously. And again, I'm back to where I started with my 1 contract that I had. I doubled down, got 3, closed out, and I'm writing 2. Now 2 is back up. Right. Now all I can do, watch this. Now I can close out 1. Now I got my runner where I started. Just like that, I'm back in my original position of 1. Now I can hold the runner in case it rallies back to where I was now, but just a lot better off than I was earlier, right? So now I just hold the runner in case the original trade went off. Like in the middle of that regular trade, I scooped up, made some profit, and then I'm still in the same trade. Better off than I was earlier. And these are the tricks we teach you in the boot camp. Like, let me repeat. I got 1 right here. I got 3 more right there. I got down to my runner of 2 there, got up to there, got back to 1. I'm literally back where I started. Except for now, with this entire trick that I did, instead of having 1 at a cost basis there, I now have 1 with a cost basis here. Right? So now all I did was I just adjusted my cost basis with profit now. That's all I did. I moved my cost basis from here to there with the same exact position size that I had where I started, and I'm up maybe another $500 in profit. And that's basically it. How did I make that move that I just did? I don't understand. When I have a 50K evaluation, these aren't 50K evaluations. Oh, you're talking about like if you do, okay. Micros, I mean, you, like, again, come to the boot camp. I'll teach you, that's a really good song, by the way. We teach you the proper position sizing. And depending on whatever, the trade is exactly the same. No matter what size account you have, you're just scaled differently in different position sizes. It's micros, yeah. Even if you have a smaller position. Isn't it bad to add to a loser? Well, that's not a loser though. And no, it's not bad to add to a loser. I don't know, the people that teach you that are losers. Look, these aren't all losers. Let me tell you an example. Just because you're red, it doesn't mean you're in a losing position. A couple of things, the market can be volatile around your pivot. The market can randomly pivot off of any one of the places. Now here's an example, right? It's a great thought because, you know, the traditional thing is that, well, it's taught by losers that don't understand the market. Just because you have, you're dealt, you know, a queen and a 2 in blackjack, that might seem like a losing position, right? But if the dealer goes bust, it's a winning position. It's all relative to what you're betting on, right? So an example to answer your question, it's a great question, by the way. I'm not making fun of you, I'm making fun of the idiots that teach that. It's that right here is a high probable trade. 90% of times will hold that level. Right here, high probable trade, 90% of times will bounce from there to there. Orange, again, 90% of days will close above orange. Okay, in some capacity. So each one of these are actual winning trades. It's like having 2 winning hands to play. Say that you walk up to a blackjack table and before you even sit down to bet, they had somehow dealt the cards and you see you have a couple of hands there. You have a king, right? Sorry, that you have like a, you know, 2 kings and you have like a king and a jack here, and then you have a bunch of other shitty hands there, and the dealer's got like, you know, like a king and a 6. And they go, come up and place your bets, and you go, oh man, both of these are winning hands. I kind of want to play both of them. I want to long that one and long that one, and those kind of look crappy, so I'm not going to touch those. It's almost the same thing. This is a winning hand, and this is a winning hand, and I'm playing both of them, and I'm playing them differently, right? So because they have different probabilities, if this is 90% and this is 90%, the probability is even better there than this one because it's 10% of 10% chance that it breaks. So it's a 1% chance that we break through this one and this one. So therefore the bottom pivot is definitely stronger. Therefore, what I'm actually doing is playing 2 winning hands side by side. I'm taking the first winning hand with the small position, the second winning hand with a medium position, and the third hand with a large position because the probabilities are going up. Remember, if something's 90% to happen and 90% to happen, then it's and, right? So you multiply. 10% chance you break and 10% chance you break is 1% chance you break. Think of it like that. And so because I'm red doesn't mean it's losing. And that's really the lesson I'm trying to Tom Hugard. Who's Tom Hugard? I never heard of him. Who is that? Let me Google this guy. I've never heard of this guy. He looks like the guy from the movie Split. Is he a trader? Again, I don't know every trader in the book, but again, everybody has their own ways of trading. Everybody has their own way of trading. There's no wrong way to trade. Is he good? Like I said, the best loser wins. Again, I don't read a lot of trading books. But what I'm saying is when you have probabilistic edge and they're both winning trades, you got to take both winning trades. Like I said, I don't care if somebody's written a book or somebody's an author. If show me your P&L, and then I'll kind of take somebody with a grain of salt until they do. But where is this performance stated? You guys are all saying best trader. Again, everybody subscribes to different things. Where does he have like P&L somewhere or anything I can see? How much did he make this year? I'm just curious. Like I said, I don't know. I mean, but can you show me a link where I can see something? Guys, listen, I don't want to hear, I don't care if somebody's famous. I don't care if somebody's written a book. P&L, it's a simple, easy answer. Don't be drinking Kool-Aid here. Is there a P&L I can see? If not, we can talk about something else. I don't care if someone's fucking famous. Doesn't matter to me. Is there something I can see? Is there anything I can see? Famous, popular, yeah, okay, but can I see like somebody's P&L? I'm just asking if it's there. He's got a YouTube channel. Again, guys, I don't care if he has a YouTube channel. I don't care if he trades sitting on the fucking Pope's lap. Does he have a P&L somewhere I can see, or we can change the subject? Trades live. Is there a P&L I can see somewhere? Can you guys link it somewhere? Can you link it in the chat so I can look at it? That's all I want to see. Can you show me in the chat a link to something or a picture to something? Can I see it? That's all I care about. It can't be linked. Okay. Well, so the answer is no. All right. So anyways, if you guys find it for me, I'd like to see it because I'd love to see what other traders do. I know people are famous, authors, whatever. Okay, it's cool. Trades live, cool. But if there's a picture of the P&L somewhere, his P&L is behind a paywall. Is that true? Oh God. All right. Anyways, famous, that's cool. Author, that's cool. Legend, that's cool. Cool. But anyways, really, P&L behind a paywall. Yeah, P&L or move on. That's all I really care about. Everyone is an author. Everyone has a YouTube channel. Okay, so my question is that if you have 2 winning trades, and again, I don't know, people that sound smart usually get a lot of press, and people that can't be smart. I'm saying he's a bad trader. I'm just asking what his stats are, like what his win rate is, things like that. Is there anything I can see so that I can, well, for you guys, right? Like, is there anything I can see that I can analyze stats? That's all I want to see. Links are blocked, only mods can't. Oh, okay. All right. Is that what it is? Okay. I don't even know. Is an OG. I don't. So was Ice Cube. Ice Cube's an OG. Like, well, that's cool. Like, my question is somebody's stats, right? And so my stats is I share my stats pretty much daily. I trade typically about 75% win rate on average. 70 to 80 is the range I usually trade in. So I'm a high win rate trader. I have an actual statistical edge on the market. And so some people that trade, the reason I ask for stats is because I can tell you what kind of trader they are if I look at the stats. So the idea is there's 2 kinds of traders. There's either a low win rate, high risk to reward trade, high reward to risk trader, or there's a low win rate, high reward to risk trader is one type of trader, but the other one is one with a statistical edge like me. I actually beat the market with something. Something I do works more often than it doesn't, and therefore I can trade differently than other people. That's the whole difference, right? So I was just asking to see stats. Like, I don't care if somebody wrote a book, I don't care whatever. I want to see which one of those 2 traders this person is. Somebody that doesn't have a statistical edge, which is likely true because it's the rarest thing in the world to have that. Somebody that just trades well, but then they have a whole different set of philosophies that they follow. Mine, there's a 90% chance that this level holds and a 90% chance that this level holds. And therefore, that's not a loser to me to bet on this winner and to bet on this winner. So I'm different. That's why I was asking the P&L. I'm not aggravated. I'm just saying is, can I see the stats? And the answer is nobody. Can you just like cite me? Can I find a place where I can see the stat? Like, that's all I want to say. That's all. I'm just kind of like asking if I can, right, guys, I want to, okay, again, I want to see the stats. I'm a mathematician. I want to see the stats so I can see what kind of trader this person is before you guys are drinking the Kool-Aid and telling me all about it. Stats, what's the win rate over the last 3 years? That's my question. What is the win rate for the last 3 years? That's all I'm asking. Like, it's a statistical win rate. It doesn't seem like anybody knows the answer. So the whole point of bringing it up is that you guys want me a 90% win. You guys are just being funny now. So again, when somebody has a win rate that is a certain amount, that's all I was trying to see. Like, how much do they win or lose? So the idea is if you cut your trades really short, like if you don't statistically have an edge and you actually were able to cut a trade that was red and you do that more often, you're gonna have a lower win rate. So the different kinds of traders are going to have different styles of trading. That's the whole point I was bringing that up, to see if you guys knew the answer. So, like, I don't care if someone's an author. I don't care if someone's an OG. It doesn't matter to me. Just show me some stats so I can understand we're on the level playing field here. There are people that are famous that are bad. I mean, there's people that are not famous that are good. All I care about to see if someone's got some stats. We can talk about it. So this particular example, whenever I long on a place that I know has a high probability and I have another place that has a high probability of winning, then they're actually both winners. It doesn't lose until I lose all of it. So if this is a high probable setup, this is a high probable setup, and so is this one, each one of them can go. I don't know which one is going to be the bounce point. I take all of them. And that's basically what I do, right? So that's kind of how the averaging works out. And so overall, because like literally as I describe exactly every moment of the trade I'm going to do, exactly moments before I did it, and I executed it with such perfection and precision to what I was trying to do, exactly what I told you I was going to do, I did. I managed to move my cost basis lower with profit. These are professional techniques that professional scalpers and traders do, and not a lot of people actually teach. A lot of people don't teach these kind of techniques just because they're not really that good. And even if they're a legend or make a lot of money, they're still not that good. There's a difference between somebody that's really, really, really good and somebody who's a master, like exceptionally good to the next level. There's different levels of good, and not everybody has the same type of technique as everyone else. Like, to guarantee that I have a percent probability on something is based on a back test or a statistical edge. It gives that particular trade an edge so I can actually do that. Not everybody's setups have an edge every time, so they have to trade differently, right? So depending on who they are, that's why I always want to say, can I see the stats? It's not like a rage bait or anything. I'm like, can I see the stats? Because I can tell you an entire story by just seeing the numbers. I can tell you exactly what kind of trader somebody is just by looking at their numbers, right? Yeah. So trading success isn't about high win rates if you don't have an edge. Like I said, very few people discover an edge in the market. It's rare. I'm one of the rare people out there that has an edge. I have a leg up on the market. Something I do beats the market. So very few people can claim to do this kind of thing because very few people have an edge. I'm doing a statistical arbitrage trade. It's a literal edge. And so not everybody can actually do that unless they have some kind of gimmick that they trade on, right? And you trust the numbers to give you statistical edge. A lot of people are just trading on momentum and indicators, which for the most part is a 50-50 thing with no edge. And it's been proven that technical analysis is 50-50 with no edge. ICT is 50-50 with no edge. It's the trader that does well. And those types of traders teach all kind of methods for people that don't have an edge, which is absolutely fine to learn, but I teach edge-based trading, which is absolutely different. It's so precise. I can detail every move I'm going to make to the exact penny before I did it, and you guys watched it live an hour ago, right? I didn't ask if they were profitable. I just asked what their stats were. Can I see their P&L or their what's their win rate? What's their expectancy? What's their run up and drawdown? All those numbers are important. For me to tell. I can look at those numbers and tell you exactly the kind of trading you do. Like if you show me your P&L, I can look at it and say, oh man, so you are basically like, you know, scalping momentum. I can see that in your stat. I can see the numbers and tell me exactly what kind of trades you're making. That's all I wanted to see. But if it's not posted anywhere, whatever. Somebody send me on Twitter. I'll take a look at it. Yeah. So the idea is that is it okay to add to a loser is what somebody said, and I said that a red trade isn't a loser. It's not a loser until you break a key level where the level is hedged. So this is basically exploiting gamma exposure of market makers. This isn't a losing trade until we break 23,644, and above there it's technically a trade that hasn't won yet. There's a difference, right? And so when you look at the way these probabilities work, is that when we teach this in the boot camp, you're actually in a bull zone, you'll close in a bull zone 90% of the time. That's it. That's definitely the rule. And when this ratio is greater than half, this trade happens 90% of the time as well, roughly 90s on the back test. Breaking through this orange line is about 10% chance under ideal conditions. Breaking through this is 10% and this is 10%. To break all three is 10% of 10% of 10%. It's the rarest of the rare to break all three of these. Therefore, I can clearly draw a line that says I'm wrong with 100% certainty right here. Does that make sense, guys? So far, do you understand this part? I beat it every single day with my master betting strategy. I beat it so hard, you don't even know. So far, you understand this part, right? Because it's such a small probability we break through this, this, and this, right? This right here, that's the limit. So this is where the trade is a loser. Not because I'm red. Just because I'm a loser doesn't mean the trade's a loser. If I'm losing the trade, it doesn't mean the trade is lost. The trade is the loser here when the edge is lost. So for me, and the way that we teach is that a trade is only lost when the edge is lost. A trade is not lost because you're red. You're red because your efficiency sucks, or you're red because the winning trade hasn't taken off yet. And this, and this are all potential winners. And people that teach the opposite is totally fine. It's because they don't have something that they can actually physically draw a line and say, there's a 10% chance this happens. So very few people discover an edge. And most traders, you say momentum-based traders, if you already say momentum, there's a 50-50 edge. They probably trade 40-50% win rate, which is absolutely fine. It's 1 in a million for you to come up with an actual edge in the market that nobody's figured out yet. It's the rarest of the rare. And you happen to be watching something that's on that side of the spectrum rather than something that's gambling in a 50-50 coin flip sort of environment. Yeah. I beat off this market every day. I beat it hard. So hard. But the idea is that there's two different types of trading. So you can't compare what somebody else says to what I said. And I was trying to correct the error of the person that said that. Well, someone else says something different. Yeah, but someone else doesn't have an edge on the market. Probably. That's why I was like, what's their P&L, so I can answer the question. The whole point is that that style does match that strategy, but you know, you can still chase coin flips and cut out of red trades, or you can have a statistical limit where I can add to a red trade, just like I did with the precision I did, and actually walk away with money in my pocket, right? Completely different style of trading, but you're watching something that's absolutely different than you've ever seen before. I'm a master at waiting for my setups, master waiter. I beat it to improve. I get long and then I beat it all day long. So that's the point. But you guys aren't making me upset. Y'all are confusing yourselves. I have to train you in boot camp to teach you not to think this way. Anybody that has a statistical edge has a completely different way of trading. It's going to be completely designed for exploiting the edge. It's not designed for what I call people that are decent traders, are just good risk managers, but they're mostly dealing with coin flips. Momentum traders, ICT traders, it's all coin flips. You don't really have an edge. As much as you'd like to believe that you do, you really don't. You have a good way of reading charts, but it's not an edge. An example, and there's nothing wrong with it. Not everybody is going to have an edge. See, for me to like want to trade off of a level, it was red, and it was the reddest of the red. It was the lowest of the low, and I was the first person in the trade. And if you have an edge, you'll usually be the first person in a trade. And because I know both of these are possibilities, I put 1 and 2 more there to spread out my risk. And now I'm at my original 1 at a better spot. That kind of scooping technique that I teach around these liquidity pockets is the bread and butter. This is my $1 million edge. This exact move I did. I did this move every single day that this appears. This is one of my favorite setups. It's bread and butter. I've done it so much I get it down to the penny, right? And So like you can't go into their stream and say, well, Matt says this and this is right. Each trader has developed their own way of doing stuff, and it's okay. People will be different, but it doesn't mean there's somebody that's right. Like that guy that wrote the book, I've never heard of him. He has a YouTube stream. That's cool. Never heard of him. Doesn't, just because they're famous or big or whatever, doesn't mean that your path and their path are going to be anywhere close to each other. And what people teach isn't necessarily universally adopted by all traders. I agree, adding to a loser is wrong, but I define a loser different. When you lose the statistical edge, the trade is a loser. Right there, the trade is a loss. The trade is gone. If I'm holding down there, I'm bag holding. But all inside of here, this is a winner, and this is a winner, and this is a winner. I can trade anywhere in here where the winners are. So I'm in one contract now. In case it scoops down there again, I can now close the trade out and basically be flat. So this trick I just taught isn't holding or bag holding. It was a technique to double down or triple down to reduce my cost basis and now reduce my risk. I was in high risk for just 3 minutes, and then now I'm back to low risk again. And that trick is a statistical edge. It works very well around these liquidity pockets. It pays my bills. Well, technically it pays my bills. It makes a lot of money though. And nothing wrong with any of the other trading styles you guys use. It's not like there's zero, and I'm gonna tell you, literally zero. There are 0 charting techniques that have a statistical edge in the market. You can't predict the market with charts. This is part of the bootcamp series as well. You can gain some insight on the price action, but you're always gonna be late if you're charting. An edge doesn't need charts. I don't need charts. I can literally turn the charts off and just trade without them. I don't even look at them. They just reference my levels. I can have a sticky note with levels written on them, and I just trade off of it. The Freudian stream. Have I heard of Zed? No, I haven't heard of Zed. The DJ I've heard of, but not the trader. If Bullbar was here, we would already be talking about bananas, and you guys know it. So, and this is another thing, is like, when I try to tell people, is like, when you say, oh, they're famous, oh, they're this and that, this means nothing to me. Like, I don't think it should mean anything to you as well. That's why I get passionate about it. You guys can't let somebody's, fame doesn't mean anything in this business, right? This guy's a legend, this guy's an OG. Well, you know why you're saying that? Because someone else said that. Because someone else told them. Because someone else told them. That's how legends are. It's just word of mouth. But like, have you actually seen something, right? That's all I care to ask you guys. And if you've seen it, if you've seen the stats, then you'd understand why the lesson I taught you guys. There's a whole bunch of styles out there, and everybody's pieces of their little nuggets of information just matches their overall style, right? So be careful by thinking there's like a single right way to trade. Unless you're Nancy Pelosi. Somebody's famous, he watches YouTube. Oh yeah. There's a lot of famous people with OnlyFans channels, but you're not game to do your taxes, you know what I'm saying? 30K to 1.3 in a year is impressive. Well, I mean, yeah, but did you make that? I mean, if they have something to teach, then clearly you'd be making that if it worked, right? That's the real takeaway from it. Did you make that? All of you guys are working adults. At your age, you should all have 30K to your name. Are you making that? That's my question. It may not be transferable to you, right? If you're not making that. Look, I'm back to where I started. Now the question is, can I just close out or not? Yeah, if you're not making that, then somebody really doesn't have an edge, and you just don't have the talent they have to mimic what they're doing. They just have raw talent, which is one thing. As a trader, as a new trader, most of you guys are lacking both raw talent and edge at the same time, which isn't wrong. I mean, everybody's new, but you kind of need raw talent to be able to turn money into bigger money And clearly, as I can kind of say is that, you know, I can tell this person doesn't have an edge in the market. They're just a good trader, which is normal. A lot of good traders don't have an edge. They just trade well. They manage risk well. They manage money well. But you don't have either. And so you're not going to be able to get 30K to a million either. That raw talent that they have takes decades to practice and get good at. My beard is looking good. I know, man. I haven't shaved in a little bit. So now when my cost basis is lower to where it is, I actually have a really good setup from this level. Now I'm one contract deep at this level. Now the question I can say is, do I want to take a second trade for here or just close out flat, right? And that's really the question you have. But for what we teach, is my rocket scooter code not working in OnlyFans? Well, it only works for feet OnlyFans. What's a little bit an actual timeline for beard? Probably like a week. I don't think like I've shaved in a week. I trimmed around my lips. Well, that's it. I didn't do the full shave. I should use my edge to shave though. What's a good straight to funded platform with very little consistency requirement? It doesn't exist. Straight to funded has to have consistency for the program to work. So you're not going to find a straight to funded that doesn't have consistency, as far as I know of. Unless I haven't looked at the funding ticks one though, but it probably has consistency. Straight to funded is a very risky program. Without it, nobody would survive. Tradeify's is 20%. I don't know what funding ticks is. Only Rocket fans? Oh, hell yeah, baby. Do I want to take some risk at this one? Add one more back to the mix again? So remember, I know that I'm wrong when I lose the statistical edge, where the market has sold enough to break through these low volume or these low probability ranges. That's kind of what this is all about. I don't like that we fell in the liquidity pocket second time, but we take this trade every single time. Kind of one of the best setups we got. I feel weird playing the song again, but let's play the song again. So again, my stop is going to be right at about the 645 level. It can still bounce there. So we'll see. Res is worse now. Yeah, so my upper limit is just here. Like, res is worse. This is resistance here. So off of this, 667.10 is about it's about 50 points up and about 30 points down for stop. I can give it about 20 points there to close out. So the way that I teach people is that if you have a statistical edge, you're only wrong when the edge is lost. Everybody here understand what I mean by that? Red doesn't mean wrong. If you are only trading where you're only adding to a green trade, that's like a losing mentality. You should never add risk to a trade to raise your cost basis. That is the silliest thing in the world. Why would you jump in late in the middle of the run and then add risk? I always add when it's red, but only to a limit. We kind of made a name for ourselves with a style of trading. It's different, but very few people have edge. Look, I'm in the same boat as I was earlier, and I could be in the same exact setup again. There's the 2 when I scoot back down. I can do this all day long, man. Look at this. The same trade as earlier. And the idea is if you only are adding, okay, here's the one thing. If you're only adding to green and then you're late to the trade, late is for losers. Winners get in first, okay? You don't want to add to raise your cost basis. That's also a losing mentality. Second thing is if you do not add to a loser, then you are saying that I can predict the pivot every single time. You nailed it every time to where you got your trade and you're never wrong. You just sit on a trade and hold it. And a really good trader is going to manage a cost basis like you've been watching me do. That's real trading. That's like next level trading for most scalpers. To be able to actually manage your cost basis with an effective approach like that. Like basics in day trading, right? First is best. And so to say that you don't ever add to a losing trade means that you get your pivot right every single time and you nailed it to the exact penny, which is impossible to do. Like the stock market is completely random. So you always need to know exactly where you pull the plug on a trade and then trade around the area where you think it's going to get a reversal from you, right? Or you're gonna get the reversal you want. Inside of here, I know I'm gonna get the reversal that I want anywhere. If I do, it's here and only here, only here. And then here's where I'm wrong. I want to be wrong from the right place. So this is where I pull the plug. All through here, I'm going to take the gamble that we pivot somewhere inside of here, either here, here, or here. Oh yeah, we'll do giveaway in a little bit. Oh shit, the market's almost closed. Well, damn, we ran through the whole market day today. All right, we'll do giveaway in a little bit. You guys want to do giveaway? What am I giving away today? FundedNext accounts. All right, let's do it. I've got like 50 FundedNext accounts to give away. So I'll give away like 4 a day. I have 60 total, but I have 50 left. Every month I give away FundedNext accounts. Free monitor, let's go, let's go, let's go. And we got them to change their rules, so I'm super excited about it. But please play some chill music. All right. How about that? Just be careful mimicking someone else's trading style if you don't understand the style that they do. Like I said earlier, I never heard of Homeboy, but I'm sure if they don't have a cost basis management style in general, then they're not trading with statistical edge, which is fine. Not everybody finds it, but if we trade with statistical edge, it opens up the door to a much different tool bag of techniques and things you can't do without an edge. And with an edge, it makes trading, you can be a lot more creative with your setups. Type in FundedNext to enter. Look, I tried to Google Homeboy's P&L and I couldn't find anything. I've been looking at it for the last 10 minutes. So I don't see any stats I can chew on. So if you guys can find it, send it me on Twitter. I couldn't find it though. All right, FundedNext, let's go. For the bots it. Yep. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Push the button, baby. Push the button. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. FundedNext, 2 accounts given away right now. All right, MOC starts in 30 and 24 minutes. What was the rule change? That micro-scalping only applies to winning trades. The rule limitation only applies to winning trades. Losing trades won't count towards the total of what you're allowed to do. Winner number 1 of the giveaway. SCEATA Skeety 205, winner number 1. I'm kind of bored with this trade. It was fun while it lasted though. And here I can just choose to pull the plug, $100 in the hole. You know what I'm saying? Like I can say, okay, I'm done with it. Let me pull the plug. But it's, again, to me, it's not a losing trade until I lose this key level right here. Christo something. Chrysisto. Fanji? I can't. I don't even know if that's just a name or is that random letters. You are today's winner. You are today's winner. You must type something to claim your prize. Crazy says to FG. However you pronounce this, right? You gotta type something in chat. You got 10 seconds. If I spin the wheel again. Hold on. Christoph Durachik. Alrighty, very nice, very nice. All right, I'll give away one more since we have a huge audience here today. One more. We'll give away 3 today. All right, let me trim back down to 1 and I'll be able to, because I want to be able to get closer to 644 to add to this. What's up? What's up, girl? You have a change of clothes that's different all 4 times you've been up here today.
You have to close the door.
Huh?
Did you say what?
You have a different change of clothes.
Oh.
Every time you've been up here.
Oh no, it's the same thing. I just like.
Cody Griffin.
I just put on a sweater so people don't know I'm wearing a bra underneath.
Well, now they know you're wearing a bra underneath.
Well, I don't care about these folks. They're not hiring me.
Cody Griffin, 1506. All right, you 3 are the winners today. All right, congratulations. We do giveaways every afternoon, every morning. Tons of stuff every month. We give away hundreds of accounts. This is for 25K wrapped accounts with FundedNext. Cody Griffin.
By any chance?
What?
Are you related to?
I was thinking the same thing when he said that. I was gonna say Chris Griffin, but that's awesome.
That's not what he sounds like.
I don't know what he sounds like.
Peter. I'm Peter. Yeah.
No, I was talking about Chris, but you're talking about Skeety, Christo, and Chris Griffin, Cody Griffin. Cody Griffin. Go to Discord, go to the contest channel, type in, take a picture of your screenshot of your YouTube ID, then go to the contest channel and then look up Slacks or admin, send them your email ID. Make sure you have an account with FundedNext or else you can't claim your account. So go sign up there, give them that email. I'm gonna hook you up with the accounts tonight. You guys should be good. You bet the giveaway only targets people who pay join. That's not true, Johns. Look at this. Anybody can enter. All you have to do is type in the word FundedNext. Literally here. As you tell the 3 winners, they don't have green names. The Christo and Cody are not green names, so it's open to the public. Anybody can win. Bye. Cody literally just joined. All right, guys, congrats for winning. What am I looking to do here? Oh. $25K rapid accounts with FundedNext. It's a pretty cool program, very inexpensive, tiered payout schedule. 1 day pass, 3 day payout. It's pretty quick and rapid. They call it the rapid plan for that reason. The market is just trying to sell off in the close. Boo. Boo. Do I want to grab a second account? I mean, a second contract here at close. Breaking MHP in a close would be rare. Let me take it. Let me add one more to this. And wait on this one. We've got a 15 minutes until the algo kicks on for the close. Very, very, very close to these key support levels here. All right, 13 more minutes. All right, we ready to close out, baby. Right here on the edge is where the market, where I'm considering this trade as being wrong. I'm gonna set a stop probably about 635. I'm gonna try to take a leak before I get over to MOC, so I'll be right back. I'll show you guys something really quick. I run out of here. Give me 2 seconds, or 2 minutes. All right, I say I'm the world's quickest leak taker. All right. I grabbed the dip in those other accounts, the same ones I've been holding on to earlier. Added to the decision. I got 2 and 3 accounts right now. That's it. Bum, 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 bum. 644 is so good. Okay, we'll see. All right, boot camp starts 10 minutes after market closes, by the way. All right. If you bought the boot camp, you have to go to your dashboard and click claim under my communities to get access to the Discord. So go to the dashboard of Rocketplace, then go to my communities, click claim, and you should get access. Immediately connect your Discord. It'll give you access to everything. It's in the Discord, everybody, for the boot camp. I'm gonna send a message to everyone for this. Humility tax paid. Oh, that's hilarious, Gabriel. Zoom calls channel. Kind of crazy watching the market. And a skull around hedge pressure. That's the place you want to be fighting this at. You don't want to break MHP into this. I don't think we do in the CPI, but we'll see. And I said, hell, if the market ever crashed, I still got my puts, but I don't think we will. That new model is so great. 644, look how clean that is, man. I'm so loving the new model. Super clean. Can't complain. Do I want to hold through MOC? I hate trading the last fucking 20 minutes of the day. That's like my least favorite thing. But I have to take, the edge is there. I have to statistically take it. I mean, it's part of the edge. I have to take every trade, every opportunity. Wrong on the other side of this. CPI tomorrow, by the way, so the market's gonna do something, I'm sure. How come this is in MHP? This is the dynamic overnight calculation. If you've ever gone through the boot camp, it'll tell you why this number is important. This is the one that's the dynamic level. It's calculated. That's in the Discord every night. You go for EST song one more time. All right. Breaking this would be really gross if we were to break this. Like right on the edge here, the market will fall really fast with the 644. What about S&P? Let me double check this. This is just kind of like, kind of blah. I'd like for the close to be here, but that scalp midday, that scalp about an hour and a half ago was pretty nice though. I don't think we're getting the actual breakout here. Just trying to press lower. It looks like it wants to dump, but we'll see what happens in 6 minutes. Everything's still pretty decent. It's decent to close up in here. It should be fine. I'm not worried about it. Where's my buses? Oh, there it is. I don't copy trade my accounts. I teach against it. Like I said, our approach is different than most people. Copy trading is the easiest way to lose money. I'll teach you a way that balances your risk differently. The people that copy trade use like Replicanto, I think is, or what is someone, there's another one they use. But I don't copy trade. Splitting up your risk is like key to surviving in props, yeah. What's my target? At least above 690, but I don't think we're gonna get it with that 15 minutes left. With now being said, it'd be really hard to get a 50-point run. I don't think we'll get it. I think anything inside of here, I'm just gonna gauge it. If I get a big pop, like a green candle to here, half the distance, I'll take profit half the way up. I don't think we'll get all the way up there again. This is, again, this is rare of the rare of the rare to break through all of this into the end of the day. Until we'll swallow this pepper. Hey, when you like chew on a piece of pepper and you lose your voice. Hello, I'm slightly peppered Matt. I trust the process. I look at the market differently than most people do. Why would you add to a winner? Adding to winners is doubling down at the end of the line. You know what I'm saying? All right, now we're getting close to the edge here. Now the question is, like when markets are moving and it's gone like in your favor, say you bought it and it's moved up, why would you add more at the end? Why would you not add more at the beginning? As always, some people, adding to winners is raising your cost basis and lowering your chances of winning something and raising your chances of losing it all. Like I add when the risk looks the highest, when the reward is the best. Right here, I've added right here. Like I longed here, I've longed again here. If the market were to go up and I was winning that trade, like right there, had I added to the winner, I would be upside down twice as hard right now. The point is like you want to add to your trade when you have the advantage. The advantage is from here, and whether I'm wrong or right doesn't matter. I'm at least wrong from the right spot. And so I can actually add risk where I want to take the trade from instead of adding risk at the tail end of the move, because there's little less move left at the end. It's a bad practice. I've always traded the opposite of. Again, I think standard convention and guru training methods are really bad. Maybe I'm just the one person that sees the market differently, but I mean, I'm kind of a maverick when it comes to things. I don't really follow traditional conventions. I think that you should use money, save your extra money to lower cost basis and reduce your risk instead of adding money to a trade to increase your gain by raising your risk. Like you want to add risk at the start of the trade. Is my core philosophy. All right, I got 2 minutes to either have fun or have a heartache. I'm about 44, right down to 30 is about where actually, let me see where S&P has a pivot before I check this out. I'm getting close to stopping out, so S&P 64, that is a psychological level for most people. And again, my bet is that we close above orange. So right now, I do think that we end up probably here. I don't with the full pocket trade though. But the edge on this one is I have to take it every time, even if it does lose. On occasion, I have to take the same trade, no matter what. Which is good. Yeah, and not just adding arbitrarily, because when you're winning a trade, you know, you need other people to come in after you, and you want the most amount of people to come in after you. Whenever you add the most amount of risk, you want the most amount of people, right? At the end of a trade, it's kind of like there's fewer people to come in after you. Like, there we go. MOC is off, and we're off. Let's roll it, baby. Let's hold above orange. Should hopefully be all right. It's so cool to see the updating of liquidity pockets here. Yeah, traders average down on trending days, but those traders are just kind of averaging down arbitrarily, just the same, right? You should only add money to any trade, whether it's winners or losers, if you are confident other people are going to come in after you and trade. See, right now, like, this is the level I wanted to hold, and the fact that we're losing, it's kind of bad. So I'm still kind of like hanging on to it. This account was up $300 or $400, so this one might take a small loss today. And now I'm like, okay, now I'm probably wrong on this. Let me see. Probability is really high. It should close above, but let me go ahead and trim that down. I don't like that. And then I'll probably take off on that one too. Yeah, where did my 644 level go? My literal line just disappeared. There it is. So losing this level, I wasn't expecting that to happen. So I'm kind of about to stop out of the whole thing. Right at 20 was where I told you guys I was going to get out. So that's basically it. And I'll close out. So like there, I added, now I'm out, now I'm wrong. So that's basically not that big of a deal. And that's all that happens sometimes. And then part of it is that trade works more often than it doesn't. I just take the trade every single time. Nice little end of the day MOC dump into pre-CPI levels, which is totally cool. Yeah, they're closing out, right? Bootcamp will be in the Discord. There'll be a link there. And as clean as that was, got in, got out. That is that. Adding to a loser is a great way to ruin your trading career. No, nobody. There's. Do you understand what statistical ledge is? It's weird that you're coaching me as well as I do. You know what statistical ledge is, right? Like I have something that works at very high probability of the time. And so it's not a loser until you lose a certain level. See, I closed out this trade right there. And I'm now I know it's a loser. I know it's a loser here. I've been making money all day on the same trade. I've been making money in the same trade like my whole career. You got to take the class, dude. Trust me, it's very insightful. This is the problem. Yeah, as Ransom saying, people aren't defining what a losing trade is. The average amateur will consider a losing trade just being red. I know when I told you guys earlier, this is a losing trade. If I lose this level, it's 1% of 1% of 1%. And now I'm on the sidelines. That's it. That's how you define it. Most of these people here are actually completely destroying the market. Most of these people here. Are you kidding? We didn't go viral over the last 3 months by having a history of people blowing their accounts. We've had people go from like no payouts in 3 years to like payout in the first week sort of thing. And there's a word of mouth where our community got so big so fast. So don't speak in generalities. This is what you've been doing this whole time, is speaking in generalities. It's a very non-intellectual way of speaking to somebody. Speak with absolutes or with facts. This is what I like to speak with. Call me weird and mathematical, but that's what I care about, right? So, well, a loser is defined by my definition of my trading style is when I lose a high probability setup. If something works 90% of the time and 10% it doesn't, then it's a loser when you're on the other side of the fence. It's that simple. Like a 3-year-old can understand that. Here is the loser. Here is the winner. So I can clearly define where I get out of the way. And as you watched, I just completely pulled the plug wherever it was. 40 points underneath here. And I actually got out at 20, which was 25 points. Normally 40 is my normal stop. But that's really what I define a loser as, is where you've lost probabilistic edge. And any edge-based trader can tell you the same thing. If I know that a certain thing happens, high probability, and look at this, I'm not adding to this. I'm not bag holding. I actually closed out when I was certain it was losing, which is the smart way to trade. And you guys got to see some really rock solid management, right? Position styles. Yeah. You're not defining, you're not knocking me at all. You're just sounding dumb by not defining what a loser is and assuming that this entire audience understands your definition, which you haven't defined what a loser is. It just makes you sound unintelligent. No, not knocking you either, but you shouldn't assume that everybody can read your mind. You're not my girlfriend, right? This is the arguments her and I have sometimes. You have to define what that is before you have conversation about it. And so you speak in generalities, nobody's going to understand. And the confusion I have is not defensive, it's annoyed because I'm talking to someone, not presenting an intellectual conversation and wasting my time with generalities that I can't understand what your definition of loser actually is. And so it's like a lot of people don't speak in defined manners, and they don't trade in defined manners either. So for me, it's like you define what you consider a loser, because you're just speaking in a very general term. Nobody understands what you're saying. Plus the DD levels right here would be kind of nice to tap those. So far today, I've heard, well, this person on YouTube is famous and they said this one time, and I'm just like, I stare at a bunch of lost traders and, you know, thank God I'm here to like, maybe like hopefully add some kind of like, you know, wisdom to the pot. I don't know. You have to actually define what something is. I consider losers on my end is when you add to a position when you've lost edge. It doesn't make any sense. If something happens 90% of the time and it's not happening, don't add to your position. Get out of the way like I just did. I literally got out of the way at 20 and it fell all the way down to 86. I could have lost another 40 points getting out the wrong spot. But I know if you're red, it doesn't just mean you're losing. I think that that convention is the most terrible approach to trading ever. And I've never met somebody that has proven me otherwise, I guess, with their stats. So I don't know. Arby's trade. Oh man, we lost the good stuff, baby. We're out of the good stuff. This sucks. We lost the goods today. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, boot camp starts in 10 minutes. I'm gonna take a quick break to finish my breakfast. I didn't eat that all day. But I'd love for us to be above the orange, but I don't know if we're gonna get there. Don't really know. I don't know. Somebody came here and said some YouTube guru said it's adding the losers. It's like general, I call it guru speak, like just something you put in a calendar, like a page a day you rip off, and it's got like a saying for traders. Like adding to losers is a horrible way to trade. It just doesn't make any sense. It's not speaking with numbers. I mean, I guess the difference between me and someone else is other people like to read self-help books to make them feel good with no substantial instruction. Like, the example is somebody goes, hey, you should use risk management. That's why you're doing bad as a trader. And you go, oh, geez, I should just use risk management tomorrow. This guy was right. Maybe I should just use more of that risk management stuff people are talking about. Okay, well, gee, golly, I'm going to wake up tomorrow and use risk management. How about that? And you're like, what does that even mean? Like, what? Like, it's just a random bullshit instruction. Like, what does it even mean? Like, you know what I mean? That's why I don't understand. So it's like the actual answer to me is like, if somebody says, well, wake up tomorrow and start planning your positions. Here's the result of my tradeifys today. My stuff is already frozen up on my FundedNext. So the account you saw on screen was here. This was the rest of the day. Still turned out to be green for the rest of it, but kind of like a mad day. Those are the ones I was fighting. I've since closed everything out, so that's pretty decent. Blech. But the idea that is people like just say stuff without actually quantifying its numbers. And if you don't quantify stuff, I feel like it's dangerous. If you don't define something with some numbers, like how do I know that I'm wrong? Well, for some people, it's like if you were to jump in here and like, example is here. If you short from here, you're wrong until here. So now you define right and wrong by your own inefficient trading. Like I feel like it's a terrible way to define right and wrong. Shorting over a longer period of time would have been the right answer, but on your small time frame was the wrong answer. You spent more time wrong than being right through this time frame. So what is wrong and right in a trade? And you can't define wrong and right by your own inefficiencies, by shorting at the wrong spot or whatever. The idea is when anybody has edge on trading, you should always define right and wrong by when the edge is lost. It's like the smartest way to trade. Like an example is if you have a jack and you need one more card to complete your flush, jack, king, queen, eight, you need a queen. And you look across the board and 4 people have queens. Your odds are gone. Your edge is gone. You no longer are betting on your flush, right? Because you notice the edge is gone. You're not losing because you paid money on the bet or because your hand is somewhat better or worse. You completely have lost the trade because it's impossible to get what you want. And in this particular sense, I consider when my edge is lost when I'm gone on the trade. But it doesn't mean that when I go slightly red, I don't dip in. I've literally made a career out of adding to red, and that's literally exactly the approach. And again, a lot of people don't understand how effective that is when you actually have an edge in the market. But not a lot of people have edge in the market. That's why they can't do it. But we have something special. Speaking of that, boot camp starts in about 10 minutes. You guys ready? Yeah. A lot of people are betting on like, they're using charting patterns and things and like trading momentum, and they don't have a strict definition of what a loss is. A loss is based on their own trade. Like where you get in and you're upside down, you're at a loss because you did the wrong thing, not because the trade was wrong, right? So that was the whole point I'm trying to make. Yeah. All right, guys, we'll see you on boot camp. Thanks for tuning in. We had a great time. And yeah, you know, like I said, we carve our own path here. We don't care what the gurus of yesterday say. I'm sure in the 1980s, people thought John Bollinger was a great trader too, because he's a guru that wrote a bunch of fucking books. And if the YouTube channel was around in 1980, whatever it was, he'd be in there too, talking about his Bollinger Bands. And we laugh at that shit now. And about 30 years from now, we'll be laughing at the stuff the gurus today are talking about as well. Trust me. Bunch of nonsense out there. Show me your stats or shut the fuck up. That's how I feel. I love you guys. We'll see y'all in boot camp in a little bit. See you on the other side, brother. Love you guys. Adding to a losing position is a losing strategy long term. You're absolutely wrong, J Trades. Absolutely wrong. I'll put my stats next to you any given time. I don't even know you, and I make 10 times as much as you do. I promise.